This is the solution to problem 49 in the Math Level 2 practice exam. You're given a 2x2 matrix with first row AB and a second row CD. You also know that A and D are both positive and that C times B, the product of C and B, is negative. Finally, you're given that A, B, C, and D are all integers, and you need to find out what the determinant of matrix M is. So the determinant of a 2x2 matrix is pretty easy. You have the product of that diagonal, A times D, subtract the product of the other diagonal, B times C. And the determinant itself will be a single value. So in this case, because A, B, C, and D are all integers, the determinant is going to be an integer. Now let's take a little closer look at some of the given information and see what that tells us. A and D are both positive, therefore their product is positive. C times B is negative, therefore B times C is negative. So a positive integer subtract a negative integer, that's going to be positive. Going through our answer choices, A, B, C, D, and E. A, -2, well our determinant has to be positive, so that's out. B is -2/3, that's out. It's also a negative. C is 0. We know that this determinant has to be positive, so 0 is not a possibility. And D and E are both left over, 1 and 3. Both of those are positive, so we've at least narrowed it down to 2 choices left over. Now, let's take a closer look and figure out what could be possible. Well, if we're subtracting, if we have an integer that's positive, let's say 10, minus a negative integer, and we already know we're going to get a positive output, and that's 15. So that's an example of what it could be. Our output, how could it be 1? And how could it be 3? Well, subtracting a negative, what could we really have here? Well, if it's 0 minus -1, that would be 1. But the first product must be positive, so that can't be the case. So the smallest that that first product could be is 1. 1 minus -1, well, that'll make 2. 1 minus 0, well, that will give us 1. However, that product is less than 0. It can't be equal to 0. So you cannot get an output of 1 for the determinant here. 3 could be a choice. That could be, for example, what if you had 3? So I'm going to cross this one out. You could have 3, I'm sorry, not 3. 4 minus, no, again, sorry about that. So not 4, but 2, sorry, 2. Let's try again. 2 minus -1. Here you have an integer minus a negative integer. Yeah, that could be 3. So the final choice is E.